Alright, gang, this is one of the many car cases from my childhood, full of die-cast cars. This was a tri-fold case, one of two that I still have. This one's in pretty fair condition. The other one's beat up pretty bad. So I was just going to take a minute and just show you the cars that are in this case. And these are cars that I had when I was a kid. So let me get it opened up for us. Alright, so it really wasn't a great idea to open the case up like that. Some of the cars have shifted out. But I just wanted you guys to see the cars that are in there before I pull the trays out. We'll look at each tray. Alright, gang, here's the first tray. You might see duplicates and sometimes triplicates of some of the cars that are in this case. That just happened because when we were kids we would get them, you always had the gift packs, get them for Christmas or birthday presents, or we'd go to town and had $1 to spend, we'd get a car. So this one here, we got us a Swamp Rats boat. That's a real cool boat. I like that. A military dump truck. Now this right here, when I was a kid, was one of my favorite ones. It's one of those roll-o-matics, and when you roll it, the radar twists. Then we have the personnel carrier, but the gun's missing. I guess all of them can't be in the greatest of shape. And for my die-cast cars, these are excellent. Then we have the dump truck. I had several of these. They were just always cool little trucks with trailers. Then we had the what do they call these things? Hydroplane, hydrofoil. We got two of those. Actually, three of those. There's a different one right here. It's a British version. Or I shouldn't say British version. It has a Union Jack on it. And again, there's dump trucks and two armored cars. That's a patrol car or a scout car, and that's a gun, a tank. Alright, now we have the next tray. Now, let me also mention it. I had an older cousin in Alabama, and actually had another older cousin in South Georgia. Sometimes they just give us their old toys as well. But these are some of the cars that I had when I was a kid. Now some of these right here, I'm not sure if these were all mine when I was younger or not, because I really don't remember having these. Little Charger with the huge engines in it. The drag cars, oh my gosh, those were great. Now this Volkswagen Drag Bug that was re-released, I actually have that re-release. I always liked Beetles. I got two different versions of that, and I always loved Mini Coopers. And then you got the two Capris, and these are roll-o-matics. When you roll them, the motors hop up and down. And then here's the Mini Cooper. I have to take this one out. That's the Mini Cooper with the dude's head sticking out and the airplane engine in it, radial engine. I always liked that car. Now, much like those Chargers I mentioned, I don't think were mine. I think they may have been my youngest brother's. Now, this case was at my parents' house, and full of all these cars. But I don't recall ever having this. I don't recall these either. Alright, but we got 57 Chevy with a tilt front end. This used to have a wood crate in it, or it was plastic, but it was a crate. It's a Ford from Britain. The crate's gone. The station wagons, I love that station wagon. I had several of these. I may still have a few more somewhere else. I was never into European cars, so I really don't know if this one was mine as a kid either. The pizza van, I know for a fact that this Matchbox pizza van wasn't mine, it was my youngest brother's, and I took it from him. I just thought it was cool. And then you got the Golf with both surfboards are still attached. How about that? Usually those are gone. Then you got the Lincoln and the Wells Fargo truck. Now, when I first saw this Wells Fargo truck, I had to have it. I got one somewhere that's in a whole lot better shape that I picked up recently. Well, I want to say recently, within a year. But I don't know where I stuck it. I'll end up finding it. Alright, here's another tray. Mercedes ambulance. Fantastic. I love this. It looks like a Mustang in the front end, Mach 1 body style. Got two of those. If I recall correctly, this one came with nothing on the hood, and I want to say that these decals here I stuck on from a model car kit, because they're water transfer decals, where these are just decals. The two dune buggies, they were pretty old. Those are also roll-o-matics. When you roll them, the little driver, well, if I could push him, they lift up, they hop up and down. Then we got I forgot what that's called, but it's in pretty good shape, which usually means I really didn't care for it. If my cars were in decent shape, they didn't get played with much. The old vintage steamroller was cool. Forklift, Pantera, love Panteras. That's the Mach 1 with a black hood, and I got a rubber band around it for some reason. I wondered if the hood was broke on it. This was a favorite as well. Then you got the Trans Am Mach 1, and then this Mach 1's a roll-o-matic too. If you see inside the velocity stacks, those little red pieces, when you roll it, they pop up and down. It's pretty cool. Okay, in this tray again, there are some cars in here I do not think belonged to me originally. The two Malibus, the Sheriff Blazer, antenna still attached, and the Dune Man off-road bug. I think those may have been my youngest brother's too. I remember these cars, I really wasn't really crazy about them, but they grew on you. Then these two BMWs, one of them was more vibrant than the other. And you keep in mind now, I was the oldest of three sons, so that's another reason why you'll see multiple cars. Luckily my brothers don't want this stuff. Never was crazy about Porsches, but I could have had one of these when I was a younger kid. I'm very grateful I pulled this out. I've been looking for this. Now, I was in elementary school in the 70s. You had in your pocket a Hot Wheel car every day. And when the 57 Chevy came out, the red one, everybody had to have it. And I think every boy had one. This is one from the, excuse me, I got the hiccups. This is one from the 70s. This Challenger, I'm beginning to wonder if that was a re-release, because I had those, but I don't think that was one of mine. I think that might have been a re-release that my youngest brother ended up with. But that's that tray. And I'll have to be 100% honest with you, I don't recognize any of the cars in this tray. I really don't. When I got diecast cars, I always got the ones that look like cars of the day that I saw. I know some of these cars are like Ferraris and stuff like that, but if I didn't see it, I didn't buy them. Like I said, I see it on the road. And you notice that one's got some damage to the rear end. That sucks. There's a chrome plated one. Look like ambulance from France. That's pretty cool looking, whatever it is. As is that. I mean, they're good looking cars, don't get me wrong, and they're not going anywhere. I just don't recall any of these cars in this tray belonging to me. Alright gang, that's it for this case. I might do a run off a couple of more of some other cases as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for reviewing. Have a great day.